Well, it's been a little while since I did a video, but we're going on another hunt. I've got Jeff Hassel with me. He's come to Alaska to kill a black bear. At first, we were going to just do an easy hunt. We were going to go down to Kenai, put up a bait station, and just, wait for a bear to come in. It wasn't quite that simple. So we started out, we went down to Homer, put in at Homer, and just couldn't really figure out where we could even camp. There are houses everywhere.
Every point you come to, there's a house or a shack or something.
So we turn around, we come back up to Kenai, spent the night at the house in Kenai. And how many moose did we count on the way from Homer to Kenai?
Like 75, 76?
70.
One way.
Yeah, one way. And then when we got ready to leave, that was an eagle sitting on the back porch or being on a stump there. So we decided to go to Whittier, and we're waiting to get into the tunnel here, and the ravens are pecking at us. So we jump in the boat. It was me, Melanie, and Jeff. Jeff's driving. Melanie's there. And Melanie got cold. She got real cold. Melanie, how cold did you get? Tell us.
I could not feel my feet.
Couldn't feel her feet.
She woke Ron
It
up
took
in
us
the
about
middle
3
of the night.
hours to get here, but we finally made it.
We were wet and we were cold, and this is going to be the rest of the trip. But when we got to Whittier, we had a problem. The tire on my trailer was shaking. So we knew that the
Hub, bearings going out in the hub.
yeah. And so we went on over and set our camp up. This is us setting the camp up. We're going to be camping out in this tent for the next couple of days.
4 or 5 days.
And we got this nice little cove. It's a beautiful spot.
2-hour boat ride to get there.
Yeah, it was 30 miles.
Yeah.
30 miles from Homer. That boat that you're looking at's got a 35 horsepower engine on it. And we got lucky. So the next day we decided to go in and fix the trailer. Melanie said, take me home. So we're taking Melanie home, and we've got to fix the trailer. First thing you do, take the tire off. Take the hub off. This was a YouTube Warrior thing. I'd never done it, had you?
No, have not.
And we got it done. We took it off, went to Anchorage, bought the parts, cleaned it up, came back, put it
New
on.
hub, new bearings, new everything.
We were ready to go. So Melanie's home, safe and sound. We decided to go back. And we get in the water, and it is nasty.
We make it about an hour.
Saw the goats.
We had a mountain goats right across from Whittier.
And then right after that, we didn't get a video of it, but there was a whale out there swimming. But it was rough. So much that water was coming over the side of the boat. And that's when we decided, we packed it up and we turned around and went back to Kenai.
Kenai, rode the roads.
And so after riding the roads, we decided that was it. Turned around the next day and came back to camp.
Great weather.
The tent's still set up. Nothing was wrong with it.
No.
We've picked a pretty good spot. So we're getting ready to go.
And this is one of the only days we had great weather.
Yeah, Monday was perfect.
Yeah.
So we're heading out, and we found a bear pretty quick, didn't we?
We were about an hour into the hunt. Came up on a decent bear. Good, actually, a real big bear. That was our dinner on the way to the hunt, riding in the boat.
So that was one of the problems when you go hunting, is it's not good eating. Jeff said you're going to start doing what after this?
What did I say?
Gentleman hunts.
Yeah, the gentleman hunts. I'm too old for this DIY stuff with Ron Bowles.
So we got attacked by doll porpoises. They are they look just like a little miniature killer whales.
They surrounded the boat, and I'm like, they're going to try to sink us. We need to go.
He was
Ron's trying to pet them.
I wanted to stay and play with them. He told me I couldn't. But this is Jeff glassing for the bears. Jellyfish everywhere. And we pulled into this little cove, and you could see the bottom of it. It looks like a mirror. Some of the prettiest scenery I've ever seen.
Great bear habitat, but we did not see any bears in this back cove back here.
No, it wasn't until we turned the corner. We came out of this cove, and that's where the bear was standing. So we talked to a lady named Charlotte with the state. Charlotte emphasized, do not shoot the first bear you see. So we told her, okay. Well, this is the first bear that we actually see. And Jeff, you can see he's propped up with a rifle looking
I'll
at
make
the
it
bear.
about 250 yards up to the bear Ron had dropped me off. There's still water between me and that bear, and just could not close the deal on it. The bear ran off. So
Yeah. So we didn't shoot the first one.
no,
We're back.
kind of wish we had. That was a big bear.
But he was worried. Now the boat took a beating, so we decided to sight the rifle, make sure the rifle sighted, and we didn't have any targets. So what do? You take your chair and draw a little dot on it and shoot the chair. So yeah, he poked a hole in the chair. Here's where he shot at a box at 230 yards.
237, 240.
And he was just a little high, had adjusted, and he dropped it from 4 to 3. All right, so this is the hunt. Here with the boat, I don't want to lose it. I'm about to turn the camera around and show you what's going on. But we spotted a bear. It's 1,000 yards out, and Jeff is stalking it. Jeff is there in that shadow. If you can see that little bitty black dot, that is a bear. It's a great big bear, and he's right there by that snow. If you see the snow on the ground, and then you see green, and you see a black dot, and then mud, and there's a shadow almost on it, that's where he's at. So I would say he's closing the distance. I think he's within 400 yards of that bear now. All right, we'll hold tight, see if he gets him. All right, I heard 2 gunshots. The bear ran off. And I heard 1 shot and the bear ran off, and I just heard another one. I am easing up this little creek trying to get to Jeff, but I think I'm about out of water. I'm probably going to start walking here in a minute. All right, I'll keep you on the update of what's going on. Well, you saw the video yesterday where Jeff was stalking the bears. We got him. So we're just walked down the creek. Was so shallow the boat wouldn't even go through it. The tide's coming in, and now we're drifting towards that bear. I'm glad this hunt's over. This has been a hard hunt. We've had vehicle problems. We've had to do mechanical issues, change wheel bearings. It's been tough. Rain, storm.
Snow,
we got out.
Alders.
Yeah, snow. We got into a storm, and water was coming over the boat. It was.
Had to beach the boat.
It was bad, but all right, hang on. I'm gonna let Jeff tell you his side of it. On the bear hunt.
Uh-oh.
We're fine. Just let it drift.
Just a typical hunt with Ron Bowles. Anything that can go wrong does go wrong.
Absolutely.
But that's what makes it so much fun. Got on this bear last night. 2 of them had to stalk about 600 yards, walking through mud and water, knee-deep water, boots soaking wet, and made a shot and ran off and heard them groaning, but couldn't find them. And there was 2 bears, and I was by myself. Ron was with the boat, so I didn't want to go in there by myself too much with another bear in there. So we came back this morning and found him about 30 yards off the waterway. He's not the biggest bear.
About 150 pounds.
But he's a good bear, thick coat. So I'm excited about it. And the work begins now. So.
All right, we're gonna go get on it.
So we was coming back from the glaciers out there in Whittier, and we rounded the point and we saw 2 bears, and they were on the flats out there, and they were probably 1,500 yards away. We knew they were gonna be tough to hunt. Told Ron, I said, I'd rather hunt these 2 bears than try to look for bears elsewhere, because we know these 2 were out. And it was kind of early evening. Couldn't get within about 1,000 yards with the boat. The tide was down. There was low water. Couldn't get the boat any further. So I told Ron, I said, hey, just let me out here. I'll stalk these bears. And Ron had to stay with the boat because there's nowhere to put the boat. If you dock it on the mud flat and the water tide comes up, then you're out of a boat. So Ron stayed with the boat. I decided to stalk the bears. Went through about 2 feet of water, mud, climbed over the rocks, hugged the rock line, and I got within about 200 yards, a little less than 200 yards of the bear. And one of the bears ran off, and the other one just kind of stood there sideways, and it saw me, so I knew time was up. Put the gun on the bear, shot the bear. She actually ran off in the woods, and I could hear her growling and moaning, and I thought, hey, it was a good hit, but I didn't want to go too far in the woods looking for that bear because I didn't know if it was injured or what, and there was another bear with it, and I was by myself, so I did a quick look, did not find the bear, and I walked back to Ron, met me about halfway, was able to get the boat in there and walked back and told Ron, said, I don't know, it's tough up here, but I think I hit that bear. And Ron said, well, if it was moaning like that, you definitely hit it. We'll have to go back in the morning And that's what we did. We got back in the morning, same thing. Had to jump out, pull the boat through the water. Him and I both. 2 feet of water, water's in our boots, walking through the mud, dragging that boat all the way up to it. And we get about 300 yards and start looking for the bear. And there's the bear 30 yards from the waterway. So the bear's down. And then the hard work begins is how do we get this bear out of here? Lucky for us, good Lord was on our side and tide was rising and went back to the boat. And the time we got back to the boat this time, tide had come up about, a foot, Ron?
At least a foot.
At least a foot. And so we was able to kind of walk that boat back there within 50 yards of the bear, loaded the bear up, turned the boat around, pushed it out, and was able to kind of slowly ease out of there. So tough hunting. Anytime you do a hunt with Ron Bowles, it's not easy, but it's memories.
Or Jeff Hassel. Let me tell you, my boots were full of water, and we left that place. We were 40 miles from Whittier. We had to go 15 miles back or 12 miles back and get the tent, pack everything up with wet boots and wet socks, and it's cold.
And the storm comes in, the rain comes in.
And the waves were a foot high, and it's throwing the boat everywhere. And we had to go all the way back to Whittier, soaking wet.
And cold.
So
It's 30 degrees outside, the wind's blowing.
I would say it's more Jeff that's more difficult than Ron.
Yeah, so great hunt.
So this is just honorable mentions. Just some of the stuff we didn't really cover in the hunting video. But Jeff twisted his foot. How'd you do that?
Well, we were trying to stalk a bear and moving through the snow, and I fell on about a 3-foot snowdrift, and at the bottom of that snowdrift was water. And then I heard a pop and knew right away. I said, man, I hurt my foot. And that's several days later, it's all swelled up.
And then this is, we were at Matsu Family Restaurant, and Jeff said, I know that fella.
Well, we walked in, and that's Marty Rainey from Homestead Rescue. And he looked at us and said, are you Ron Bowles and Jeff Hassel? And I said, well, yes, sir, we are. And he said, well, can I get a picture with y'all? I said, absolutely.
You know what? I don't like people taking pictures of me.
Yeah, so I jumped in there, let him take a picture of me. And anyway, so that's Marty Rainey. It's a pleasure seeing him, and great guy. Got to talk to him for a little bit, and jam up man. So really appreciate him actually allowing us to say hello to him and take a picture with him.
Well, guys, in closing, if you want to kill a black bear and you don't want to do it the hard way, book a hunt in Canada. Just go sit in the tree stand.
They'll feed you breakfast and lunch and dinner.
Yeah.
Easy hunt and sleep in a bed.
Yeah, and you still get the bear.
Yeah.
Or if you want to do it the tough way, give me a call.